made clear. So today we are going to study translation, column vector and addition and subtraction of vectors. So let us start with translation. What do you mean by translation? So translation can be described as a sliding movement on a graph paper. Sliding movement means it can slide on a graph paper either in right hand direction or in the left hand direction, or we can say it can slide in upward direction or it can slide in the downward direction. That is sliding movement of a vector. So we can say that a column vector describes the movement of the object in both x direction as well as y direction. That is what known as translation. Let us see one worked example here. On this graph paper, we can see that vector AB, vector BC, vector CD and vector AD are given. Students, let us try to understand the translation from point A to point B. You can see that the vector is moving from point A to point B in the upward direction. Whenever we are trying to find out or whenever we are calculating column vector, always move on x axis first and then on y axis. So first we will say that from point A to reach point B, we have to move on the x axis. While moving on the x axis, we can see that the point B is to the right hand of our side. So what we will do, we will move first one step to right, then we will move 1, 2, 3 steps up, and that is how we can find out the column vector for vector AB. So on x axis a positive movement and on y axis also there is a positive movement. That is why we are writing 1 and 3 as the column vector. Now if you want to describe vector BC, we can see that the vector BC is only moving or only sliding on the x axis. There is no vertical movement shown by vector BC. That is why the value of y axis will become 0 while it is moving 2 units to the right hand side. So we can say that vector BC equals to 2, 0. That is 2 and 0 is the column vector. Similarly, we can find out vector CD. In vector CD, there is only a downward movement on y axis, there is no movement on the x axis. That is why value of x coordinate will be 0 while the value of y coordinate, as it is moving 2 steps in the downward direction, that is why it is going to be a negative value. So we can see here vector CD is 0 and -2. Now we have to find out vector DA. In order to reach point A from point D, first we have to move in the left hand direction, 1, 2, 3 steps to the left and then 1 step in downward direction. That is why this value is written in the column vector as -3 because it is moving on the left hand direction, and then -1 because it is going in the downward direction. Simple Cartesian sign of graph has to be followed here. Let us see some more examples. Here one graph paper is given, on that graph vector A and vector B are given. Say for example I have to describe vector A. What I will do? I will start from point A and I will try to reach the end point of vector A. So vector A is actually moving in the right hand direction, 1, 2 steps to the right and then 1 and 2 steps up. That is why in column vector we can write as 2, 2 is the description of vector A. Then vector B is moving in the upward direction towards left hand side. So this is the starting position of vector B and this is the end position of vector B. So what will happen? First we have to move to the left hand direction, 2 units to the left hand direction and then 1 unit in the upward direction. That is why as it is going to the left, the value of x coordinate will be negative. So it is going 2 steps, so it is -2. It is going 1 step in the upward direction, it is 1. So we can say the vector B can be defined as -2 and 1. Now if vector A is given, vector A is given, if vector A is given 2, 5 and vector B is given -3 and -2, and we want to draw it on a graph paper, that's very simple. We can take any point anywhere on the graph paper, okay, and from there we'll follow this instruction. 2 positive, that means on x-axis we have to move 2 steps to the right. 5 positive, that means from next position we have to move 5 steps in the upward direction. So let us start from here, 1 and 2 steps right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 steps up. So this is the final position, and then we can join these 2 points, that will derive vector A. Similarly, vector B can be derived, it is given -3 and -2. So we will take any point on the graph paper. So this is the starting point of the vector. From there it says that -3, that means we have to move 3 steps to the left. So let us move 3 steps to the left, 1, 2, 3, and then -2, that indicates we have to move 2 steps on y-axis in the downward direction. So move 2 steps down, 1 and 2, and then we'll find final position of the vector and then join it. That is the representation of B -3 -2. Similarly, if we have to change the direction of the vector, if I am supposed to find out -a, then what will happen? Only this arrow will change its sign, the rest thing will remain as it is, and that is -a. Similarly, -b can be, now this arrow is going in the downward direction, I will simply change the direction of the arrow, it is exactly in the opposite direction, and that is -b. That is how we can calculate -a or -b. Let's rack your brain. Let's see whether you have understood the concept or not. One exercise is given here, and we have to find out vector AB. We have to find out vector A. So let us try to find out AB vector. Student, we have to find out vector AB. So in order to find out vector AB, we'll start from point A and then we'll move to point B. That is our final position. So first we'll go to 1, 2 steps right, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3 and 4 steps up. So what is the column vector for AB? So column vector AB is 2 and 4. So 2, 4 is the column vector for AB. Now let us try to find out vector BC. So for vector BC, we have to move on x-axis first. So we will move 1, 2, 3 steps right, and so to find out vector BC, first we will move 3 steps to right, so it is positive value, and then 1 step in the upward direction. So we can say that vector BC is 3 steps right and 1 step up. So that is the value for BC vector. Say for example, if you have to find out CD vector, C to D. So we can see that in order to reach from point C to point D, first we have to move left hand side. So if you will go to 2 steps left and then 1, 2, 3 and 4 steps down, we will reach point D. So CD vector is -2, 2 steps to the left, and -4, that is 4 steps to the downward direction. That is the column vector for CD. Is that clear? Similarly, you can find out the remaining vectors with the help of this diagram. Ideas are already given to you. The concept is also clear now. Let us see this question. Here some vectors are already given on graph paper. Vector A, vector B, vector C and D and E. So we have to find out the values of this vector. So I will help you to find out vector A, value of vector A. So we will start from this point, because this is the starting point of vector A, it is moving in the upward direction, and this is the end point of the vector. So we have to reach here. So what we'll do, we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to the right, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 steps in the upward direction. So we can say that the value of A vector is 4 and 4 in both the direction. If we have to find out vector B, see, this is the starting position of vector B because it is moving in the upward direction, and this is the end position of vector B. There is no movement on the x axis. So we will say that value of x coordinate will be 0. Then just find out how many steps it is going in the upward direction. 1, 2, 3 and 4 steps in the upward direction. So we can write 0 and 4. Is that clear? Let us find out d vector, vector d. So this is the starting position because the arrow is going in the upward direction, and this is the end position of the vector. So to reach this point, I have to start from initial position. We'll move 1 step, 2 step to the left, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 steps in the upward direction. So we can say that the vector d can be represented by -2 because it is going in the left hand direction, and +6 it is going in the upward direction. So that is how we can write vector d. Similarly, if we have to find out -b or -a or something like that, say for example I have to calculate -d. So what I will do, I will put this minus sign and I will copy -1 and 6 here because it is already calculated. Then multiply minus with both the values and you will get the answer, that is 1 and -6. So that's it. In the next slide we'll study about more about the column vectors and how addition and subtraction of the column vectors can be done. Keep watching Concept Made Clear. Thank you very much.